Hello, people, and we have some interesting news for you. We gotta talk about HBAR. Lot of FUD that their partnership with BlackRock was fake, and now they've retreated down to 11 cents from a high of 17 or 18 cents. Why is that? Well, there's some FUD going around, and even though the partnership with BlackRock was via a third party, or I guess indirect, it is still a good event for HBAR. It does not change the fact that a $25 billion ICS Treasury Fund is being tokenized on HBAR. And yes, all parties are aware of this, but BlackRock was not the one that made the decision. BlackRock goes through third parties for this stuff. One of those third parties is called ArcX, and they made the decision to tokenize via HBAR. So yes, BlackRock's fund is still being tokenized via HBAR, no matter what people make of it. And I think people are making a little bit too much of a deal that the partnership decision was not made by BlackRock. This is generally how you tokenize treasury bonds. There are certain like tech managers for these funds, and they determine which technology to actually use, or which blockchain, or like which blockchain, or basically like tokenization platform to use. And they decided on BlackRock. They decided on HBAR, and BlackRock obviously didn't say no. So it's still a very good kind of partnership for HBAR. Obviously, it gets their foot in the door for more RWA later. You tokenize this stuff, then you go around and tokenize some other things, and you get more prestige in the industry, and eventually your adoption goes up in this stuff. Like I said, it doesn't have any real physical effect on price because you're not collateralizing HBAR to tokenize the stuff, but that doesn't mean you didn't tokenize the fund, and you still have a relationship with a $25 billion fund, which is more than I can say for most other projects. Plus 11.8 cents is still quite a bit higher than the 8 or 9 cents they came from. Plus, you have to realize that Bitcoin did go down about 2,000 points today, and that's affecting the price of all the coins. So yes, it would have been like lower than 8 or 9 cents if we hadn't had this pump, and now it's still 11.8. And like I said, this partnership is still a good partnership. That can actually lead to more partnerships or more tokenization in the future, because it does give you a good chance to prove yourself that you are a good choice for tokenization. So nothing to really fret about, guys. This is still a really, really good event for HBAR. And despite the fact that it's not like a partnership between BlackRock and HBAR, it is kind of like a technological collaboration between ArcX, which is actually kind of like an agent of BlackRock, I suppose, managing their fund, and HBAR. So still good usage and utility for HBAR, no matter how people try to spin it. So not really. I know some of the Cardano people kind of like took the story and ran, but they're probably just jealous that Cardano didn't get the same opportunity. You can blame Charles for that, by the ways. And yeah, just don't put it down. It's still a good partnership. Maybe not a direct partnership between BlackRock and HBAR, but still something to actually be excited about, especially in the bull run. In other news, Bitcoin might just be getting native smart contracts with this thing called OP Gato. Actually, it's OP Cat. This was something that was shut down by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2010, and it might give native smart contracts. Now, the only thing that really happened is this got a BIP number, which does not signal any sort of consensus on the part of the community. It just makes discussing and writing software around the proposal easier because the proposal now has a unique numeric identifier that everyone agrees on. So in other words, it got assigned BIP 347. Now, in my opinion, I've said this before, I think building on Bitcoin's a really bad idea. We've seen the results with runes and how it's made Bitcoin fees go way up. The blockchain simply can't handle transactions. You can put it on layer 2, but not everyone's going to go through layer 2. We've all seen how expensive Ethereum can get, and Bitcoin's going to be even worse because the TPS on Bitcoin is even worse than Ethereum. On one side are those who want to reserve the Bitcoin network simply for monetary transactions. On the other side are those who want to build new things on chain, of which proponents of OPCat are just a sliver. Basically, like OPCat's very, very old. Initially included as one of the first OP underscore codes, Satoshi Nakamoto himself removed the functionality in 2010 after concerns were raised about excessive memory usage and the possibility of introducing vulnerabilities. Excessive resource usage on Bitcoin obviously is going to be still a factor. I mean, this could definitely bog down a chain that's already bogged down some more. But there has been ordinals and now runes, and there's a lot of developers that do have desire to build on chain for Bitcoin. I don't really know why they just don't go and build on chain for other platforms, because that does seem like a much, much, much better idea. But they're stubborn and they want to build on Bitcoin. And they need this smart contract feature. So they began studying reintroducing OPCat in 2022 and first proposed launching it a year later on the Bitcoin mailing list via a backward compatible soft fork. The idea would be to redefine and expand upon existing code called OP Success 126 without having a hard fork on the chain. If the proposal goes through, OPCat covenants could enable the creation of more sophisticated applications and multi-signature setups on Bitcoin. It works by introducing covenants or rules that can be established to determine how specific transaction will function to Bitcoin. Bitcoin allows users to set rules on who and how their transactions can be spent. All CAT does is it just joins two values together. So if you have A, B, C, and D, E, F, CAT will be able to join those values together to make A, B, C, D, E, F. The CAT is just a shorthand for concatenate. But yeah, I mean, like, people want features like this on Bitcoin. I still think it's a pretty bad idea to put any features on Bitcoin, in my opinion. But we'll see. They might actually want to get smart contracts, and it's finally gotten a BIP number, which I'm guessing it's standing for Bitcoin Improvement Project. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.